Hey guys, it's Rob. So, I saw on YouTube that Stephen Colbert had a musical guest where he sang, whistled with the song that me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard song. People love that song, but I don't think that they understand what it's about. Yeah, you know, people get all pissy and moany about certain subjects, but then they listen to songs about that very subject, and they love it. That song is about a dude fucking a young chick and her waking up the next morning and running directly to the police about it. That's what it's about. And then, not only that, him and this Julio guy go hang out in front of a school, because that's where they met this girl. That's where he met this girl. And then he brought her back to his place, fucked her, she slept, and then the very next day she ran and told the police. That's exactly what the song is about. And that's not the only one. Let's see, I can't even... Oh, Don't Stand So Close to Me by the Police. Now, a lot of people argue that that's about a college professor and a student. No, it isn't. Because there's a part of the song where he goes, there's no use, he sees her, he starts to shake and cough, just like that old man in that book by Novikov. What he's referencing is, there's a book by Andrei Novikov called Lolita, which is about a guy who marries this woman to get access to her daughter, and then he kind of sets up a situation where the mother dies, and then he kind of grooms the daughter into being with him sexually, and then there's all kinds of drama, and it ends badly for the guy, depending on there's one version where he dies, and then there's one version where he just ends up old and lonely and miserable, and she's like, you know, dirty and pregnant from some other guy and stuff like that. You know, like it does a flash forward to like when she's like 30. So, well, let's see what else. Billy Idol has a whole bunch of songs about like Little Runaway, stuff like that. Some people say that Sweet Child of Mine is not a guy singing about his daughter. But that's a little on the fence. Let's see, George Michael has a couple of songs that seem kind of that way. don't remember the exact titles, but of course people are gonna rip me apart and go, "Oh, of course you know this shit, Rob." Yeah, I remember pretty much everything that I read and hear. Not in perfect clarity, but enough, enough to have an interesting conversation, enough to recall it to make a point. But I can't remember word for word everything I read. I'm pretty sure if you Google this, if you Google popular songs that are really about bad stuff, you will find that. What else? Well, of course, there's a lot of, like, hidden stuff in Michael Jackson music, where he says, where he says one thing, but the lyrics sheet say another thing, so it's kind of like he's saying two things at once. Like, and also some of his song titles are are kind of like he's bragging about stuff. Like "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." That song, actually, the title and some of the lyrics don't match up with what he actually says, or he says both things at the same time, like he mixes the two words together, so it sounds like he's saying both of them at the same time. It's kind of a weird, it's hard to explain. Let's see. Billy. Aerosmith, Steve Tyler, some of his songs, when you put them in the context that he might have sexual feelings for his daughter, it makes sense. Mixed in with the videos. The videos are actually some of his songs. The videos are actually pretty disturbing. Like he has a couple of videos where he has his daughter and Alicia Silverstone like running around in schoolgirl uniforms and like kissing, shit like that. Now a lot of people will say, "Oh, Rob, you want that shit to be about that, so you're seeing that because that's what you want it to be about." No, I don't want it to be about that. It's not a hidden secret that people who are celebrities and stuff like that develop this kind of sickness, Well, you can argue that it whether or not it's a sickness or it's a preference. It's more of a preference. Like, it's gross to think about. That's how it's kind of a sickness. It's sick. It makes me sick to think about. Like the real young shit. That's fucking disgusting. But if somebody is old enough to, alright, well, like the stuff people under puberty, that's a sickness, because biologically you're not supposed to feel anything like that. But once somebody hits puberty, it's completely different. So at least that's the way I see it, and that's the way that people used to see it back in the day. People you weren't married by the time you were 16, you were a spinster, you know. So, but people's morals change, and you know, this Puritan ideals and shit like that. You know, well, people's historical rewriting of Puritan ideas, the way we, you know, rewrite history, revisionist history things, you know. So, really early in the morning still. Sun's coming up. Might not ever upload this video. I don't know.